At every stage of life, people engage in forms of trade. When we trade voluntarily, we're exchanging one item for another item because we value the item acquired more than the item given up. Voluntary trade happens in business too. Let's say you're craving a pizza and you decide to give up $10 to buy it. In exchange, the pizzeria sells you a fresh, hot pizza for that price. Pizzeria makes a profit if it can prepare a pizza for less than $10. And you benefit because you want the delicious pizza even more than you want to hold on to that $10. Both of you are happy with this exchange. The idea of a voluntary trade is that both traders win by getting something of greater value than what they give up. In the same way trade benefits individuals and businesses, international trade gives countries access to a wider array of goods and services than they would produce on their own. Because some nations don't have the resources or technology necessary to produce certain goods, trading with other countries makes those goods available. Let's look at an example to see how the concept of comparative advantage, a country's ability to produce a particular good or service at a lower opportunity cost than its trade partners, influences international trade. And let's see how opportunity cost, what a country gives up when it chooses to produce more of a specific good, plays a role as well. Assume both country A and country B are able to produce wheat and computers. Should each country produce both goods and sell them only to the citizens within its borders? Or could both countries benefit if country A specializes in wheat production and country B specializes in computer production? Well, it depends on each country's opportunity cost of producing the two goods. If country A can produce wheat at a lower opportunity cost compared to country B, then country A has a comparative advantage in wheat production. This means country A can benefit by producing more wheat and selling some of it to country B. Likewise, country B has a comparative advantage in computer production if its opportunity cost of making computers is lower than that of country A. By specializing, country B can benefit from selling some of its computers to country A. When a country produces and sells a good in which it holds a comparative advantage, it can use the income received to buy goods from the other country. Here's the basic idea. If countries specialize in producing those goods in which they hold a comparative advantage, each trading country benefits, and the overall world output of goods increases. How much trade actually takes place between two countries depends on a number of factors, including each country's capacity to produce goods, the exchange rate between their currencies, the political climate, the relative sizes of the countries, and the transportation costs. The level of trade between countries can also be affected by their willingness to encourage or discourage such activities through trade agreements and treaties, or conversely through tariffs and taxes on goods. Clearly, when a country determines its areas of comparative advantage and specialization, it puts itself in a position to strengthen its economy through trade with other countries. By acquiring a wider variety of goods and services at a lower cost than it can produce on its own, a country improves its standard of living.